What's up, YouTube? This is your big bro, King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at The King Jabez. And for those who want to talk to me on a personal level, I do offer one-on-one consultations. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. I have a very important message for you all today, and looking forward to delivering this message on this last day of 2024. I've been talking to you all year through various platforms and a lot of talks and messages and downloads, which a lot of you have appreciated. I've received a lot of emails. Let me kind of tap in with this today. I don't always do this. A lot of emails of last year. And sometimes the negativity gets more of a platform, but a lot of you have given me some really nice messages. I'll say that. Emails, direct messages over on IG as well as TikTok. Some gifts. Some people have been generous in that regards. So I want to take this time to appreciate everyone who has supported the content, prayed for me if that was the case. Someone who just listens every day. You know, you never give anything. That's fine. For those who have given, those who have talked to me one-on-one consultations, I want to take this time to really just say thank you to my audience. And so I don't take that for granted that many of you have supported me. And so again, often the negative gets a platform, but a lot of people support what I do and have supported pretty consistently, some of you, since about 2020, 2021. So I appreciate that. And so I want to give you this message and something to think about as we wrap up the year 2024. Chosen ones, you passed. You're about to go even higher. This is the message I want to give to my audience on this last day of 2024. The goal isn't perfection, but the goal is to consistently go in the right direction. And for many of you, this is exactly what you've done over the last year. You haven't been perfect, none of us have been, but you've made decisions to go in the right direction. You went in the right direction by going to the gym consistently. Let's talk about it. Some of you got yourself into shape. You've been training 3 to 5 times a week for the last, some of you the whole year straight. Others 3 to 4 months, others 6 months, whatever the case may be, you're making a conscious decision to take care of your health. And if you're training that amount of time, that means you're also getting rest. You're also conscious of your diet. You're conscious of how you spend your time. You're not training 3 to 5 times a week, living any kind of way. So that type of lifestyle is a reflection of how you carry yourself on a day-to-day basis. Many of you are going in the right direction in the area of your personal development. You've made decisions to read some of the books I've suggested. Some of you are buying those books and books you bought for yourself. Some of you are taking courses. Some of you are in class. You're making decisions to feed your mind. I've said this before, I'll say it again. We have a mental diet just as we have a physical diet. So just as your body needs food or strength or energy to survive, your mind needs nourishment as well. And so many of you have been nourishing your mind through the books you've been reading, through the content that you digest. So you've been going in that right direction. And then many of you have made the decision to really grow spiritually. That's been a big thing for some of you. Some of you never used to meditate, but now you meditate. Now you're spending time in prayer. You're beginning to dig deeper into fasting, the disciplines of journaling. So many of you have made decisions to grow in one of those 3 areas, and many of you have made decisions to grow all across the board, which is what I suggest and I believe in. So to me, Iron in the Soul is about being strong mentally, physically, as well as spiritually. And a lot of you are doing that and making decisions to grow day by day. So what am I saying? Many of you are about to take flight. Many of you are about to take your career or whatever it is you're doing to the next level, whether it be your physical journey or fitness, your music, your business, your personal relationships. Let's talk about that. That is a form of growth. Growth isn't just money. Growth is also a wealth in relationships. Let me break it down. Wealth to me is many categories, honestly. Let's talk about it. Let me drop this real quick. Wisdom is a form of wealth. Knowledge is a form of wealth. Relationships is a form of wealth. Networking. Of course, ownership is a form of wealth, whether it be a home, business, whatever. Ownership, of course, is a form of wealth. Let's think about another one. What is another form of wealth to me? Your connection to God. Let's start there. That's where the wisdom and knowledge and relationships comes from in the first place. So if you're connected to the Most High, this is the source to true wealth, abundance. He has all things, right? So if he has all wisdom, all knowledge, money, people, everything belongs to God at the end of the day. If you have a connection to him, then of course he would give some of that to you, right? That's what we call a transfer or a blessing. Often the blessing is going higher, right? Taking whatever you're doing to the next level. And that's where we're at as we end this year. That should be your mindset. How do I improve and take whatever I'm doing to the next level? How do I become more skilled at this, more competent? How do I develop those seeds? That's a continual process of character, conversation, conduct, conversion. Convert people up to your way of life, your way of thinking. Influence people for good. Constantly on a path of growth and development. And for some of you right now, it's a little scary. And the reason it's a little scary is because you are now on new territory, right? This is unfamiliar. And just because it's unfamiliar doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Some of you are exactly where you need to be. I want you to understand that. So though it's a tad bit uncomfortable, you can't move how you're used to moving. You have to keep going forward. And you have to be at times okay with being a little uncomfortable. This is how you grow. This is how you spread your wings. So some of you right now are going through that when you are on a path of growth and you're around new people, new environments, new connections, and it's a bit uncomfortable. And what happens to so many people is that they rather go back to what is familiar than to embrace this new journey. And so I want to encourage you, as you go higher, the air gets a little thinner. So it will be a little uncomfortable. Everyone can't go with you. Let's make that clear. You can't bring certain people with you into 2025. Let me put that out there too. You know, certain practices, people, energy just has to stay in 2024. Let me put that out there. So as you go higher, don't allow a false sense of guilt to keep you from advancing as far as you can. In other words, sometimes if you're not careful, you'll feel guilt or shame based on mistakes you made in the past. You have to understand that a part of favor is at times getting blessings, opportunities, doors opening that you thought were above you. That's what it means to excel. And so when that happens, you have to overcome any type of insecurity. Don't start wondering, what am I doing here? No, you're here, right? This door's been open to you. This opportunity has been presented to you. And so now it's time to take everything you've learned, all the lessons in various arenas, how you use your time, your talent, your treasures, all of that, and now position yourself to excel at this new level. So again, you have passed. You're about to go higher. What do I mean by that? Higher means more difficult. Let me drop that too. Higher doesn't just mean more blessings. Think of it in the context of someone who plays sports, right? You got the preseason, you got regular season games, and then you got the playoffs. You're entering the playoffs now. That's what we're talking about. We're at a new level now where the competition is going to be a little more tough, right? What you used to do, you probably can't do now. And so as the competition gets tougher, that means you got to get stronger. So you're in a place now as you go higher where it's going to require new strength. And that new strength will come from working a little harder, adding some disciplines to your life, looking at yourself, okay, where do I need to grow? And making those honest assessments. And by doing that, you are positioning yourself to really excel. And now be in a position to influence people. And so as it gets more difficult, sometimes the level up means life gets a little more difficult. I think sometimes we think the level up means life gets easier. No, sometimes that step up is more responsibility, right? New levels, new devils. That's true. So you're now facing some stronger enemies. But with those stronger enemies also comes new angelic protection. Let me drop that out there too, 444. Okay? So if you go to the next level, understand that there are also angels that are there at that level to protect you and help you on your way. So you're at a place now where you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. Remain disciplined, remain focused. Set some concrete goals for yourself. Not some fantasy, but what are you going to actually do over the next 90 days? January, February, March, of 2025. That's what you should be thinking about today. What am I going to do with this first quarter? What decisions can I make? Who can I connect with? What disciplines do I need to add to my life? What books am I reading? You should already know right now what you're reading to begin 2025. I got mine already upstairs by my bed. I got 2 books on deck. I know exactly what I'm starting reading tomorrow. Right? I have a plan for the gym. I have fat should be done, but I got a process I'm going through right now with that. So I got a plan for that in terms of business. I got some ideas, something I'm working on. So I'm not saying I got it all figured out, but I at least have an idea. You see what I'm saying? And this is where we should be right now. We should be having plans in the area of our fitness, our business and money, as well as our spiritual growth, right? I have a certain amount of time I like to pray each day. I have spiritual goals. And so I think we should be challenging ourselves right now. How am I going to make myself or put myself in position to be successful the first quarter of 2025? You see what I'm saying? That's a part of that next step up. So I talk about passing tests and you are going higher at that new level. It's going to require, again, some new strength. And so right now you should be at a place where you're thinking through your next move. So as I wrap this message up, I'm going to take some time now to dig a little deeper and give you some teaching on the truth of familiar spirits as well as monitoring spirits. And this is what you're going to run into. If you're going to go higher, there are people who want to monitor and who want to control your influence. So these demons manifest. This is my notes I have. These demons manifest in an attempt or in your attempt to either get married, promotion, especially as you go forward in life. And so when you're trying to get promoted at work, or if you're trying to get into a relationship, these spirits show up through people to bring confusion to your process, right? They work close with familiar spirits, monitoring spirits. Watchers is a reference to angelic beings in Daniel 4:7. Also in the book of Enoch, which I'm actually currently reading through right now, which is very insightful, to be honest. It's just one thing for angelic beings and more importantly, God himself to watch over you, right? The eyes of God or the Lord are everywhere, right? We understand that. That's one thing. To have God, his angels, and his people watching over you with good intentions. That's a beautiful thing. I'm grateful for that. What we are not grateful for, what we don't want, is a monitoring spirit. Those are people and demons who, in some cases both, and one, who watch you with the purpose to bring harm to you. That's why I bring this up. And so we see this in particular when you're on a journey, right? When you're making progress, when you go higher. If you want context for that, Acts 16, the Acts of the Apostles, it talks about that, how they were on a journey going forward. And this girl who had a familiar spirit, she traveled and followed them, right? And it made Paul uncomfortable. So he eventually just rebuked the spirit and cast the devil out. And the reason that's important, when you're going higher, look out for these demons that want to come and just follow you and bring that weird vibe to what you got going on. That's why I bring that up. As you go higher, mark my word, the monitoring spirits show up to come over there and to either to copy, to try to minimize, to sabotage, you understand, to get in your way, start hating, start comparing. These monitoring demons will show up as you go higher. And so I want to give you that warning as I wrap this up. But at the end of the day, no one can stop your progress if you work hard, if you got the Most High on your side, you're using your gifts, you're using your talent, you're using your days and being productive day by day. No one can stop that. And so I want to encourage you, no matter what any monitoring spirit or person thinks or does, they can never be you. Always remember that. They can never be you. They can't cancel the assignment of the Most High over your life. They can't speak any negativity over you. They can do it, but it won't have any power. So I want us to be aware of this, but at the same time, we're never going to give them more power. We're not glorifying these people. We're not afraid of them. We're going to live our lives. I'm telling you what we're going to do. We're going to be successful. We're going to stay strong. You understand me? You're going to do, I'm talking to you now. You're going to do what I've been telling you the whole year. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do exactly what I've been telling you for the last 12 months. You understand me? I'm getting upset now. Okay, getting hyped about this. Do what I've been saying. Straighten your back up. You understand me? You made this far, you can get this work now. So if you made this far, come here. Stay on the path. Stay strong. Stop letting people talk you out of what's for you. continue to go forward with your work day by day. Do what is necessary for you. Matter of fact, stop even worry about what people think. Just get that out your head right now. If you were, if someone else's opinion or what people are doing is dictating why you're doing what you're doing, just get that out your head right now. It don't matter. Their opinion is just that. Their advice is just that. You can take it or leave it. But at the end of the day, you got to live your own life. And some of you are a little hesitant to make the moves you need to make because you're worried about the reaction from others. Drop that. It don't matter. This is your life, and you have to make these choices day by day. You have to do what is best for you. You got to look out for you. So stay strong. Make those tough decisions. Leave your hometown. Let's talk. Go to a new city. Go to a new country in some cases, if that's what you need to do. But whatever it is, make sure you're living the life that you want to live. And when you do that, you can't help but to go higher. And higher and higher. So, that's what I have for you today. I thank you all for listening to this message. This is the last one I'll give, of course, of 2024. This is your big bro, King Jabez. Thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.